undisclosed location. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jason. It's great that Jesse's back. I know Jesse has given us a lot of grief for our Barry Alvarez interview yesterday. He didn't think it was very good, is what I was told.
That's not what I said. I said I thought you guys nailed the Barry Alvarez interview. I thought that went fantastically yesterday.
You were being facetious.
I listened back to both shows from Monday and Tuesday on 1.5x speed. Was able to get both in on my drive home from up north yesterday.
Up north. Tomahawk.
Oh, yeah, going to Minocqua. Oh, that's cool.
That is exciting.
Nice up there this time of year.
So, Jesse, give us your critique. You know, you only get better via criticism and critique. What do you got?
Well, I mean, the Evan situation was what it was. I would like to talk more about the Shawn Eichorst interview from Monday because I thought that was very clearly, based on what I saw from his press conference yesterday, introductory on campus as he was welcomed with all the coaches and some of the legends in attendance. A lot of the same things he said on our show, he said yesterday.
He did.
So, sounded very similar.
I went to that yesterday, Jesse, and I caught, Matt LePay did a little Q&A with him and the interim chancellor, and it was funny. I was talking to a couple of donors and some coaches while we were there, and one of our big fans, and I believe he'll be one of our Gruber Law Office's shout-outs, if he hasn't already been, he said that this was very similar to what we had heard on our show. So I thought that was I like the fact that he's consistent with his messaging. That's a good sign. That's what leaders do. You want to have good, consistent messaging.
So is it good that we got it first? Do you think he was using us as kind of a trial run? I do, I bring this up because I thought it was an incredibly compelling moment, not to make fun of you because I feel like you should know better than to think it was. But when you did your press conference before you went into the Packers Hall of Fame, you talked about some of the things that were going to be in your speech, and you got emotional, and it was, tell me if I'm wrong, but it was good to get kind of a dry run at it before you were in front of an entire atrium full of people who were thrilled to see you enter the hall. Is that a fair assessment or not?
No doubt. No, I think it's a very fair assessment, and different circumstances, obviously. But
Certainly.
I think you want to, anytime you can start your process and hone it down so that when you're in front of the big bright lights, you can do as well as you possibly can. I think that's always a positive thing. So no doubt about it. I believe you understood kind of where everybody was at. I did not stay for the press conference part of it. I know Riley Yauk, I actually took a great photo of Riley. I stood next to him for the back end of the speech, and he's taking notes. He's got his little phone out. He's writing down things. I actually nudged him. There was a quote that I can't remember who said it. That's why I'm glad Riley wrote it down.
Good thing.
I said, hey, write that down. I think he thought I was being, facetious. I said, no, that's a really good quote by Shawn. Keep that, and we'll talk about that later. So I do believe everything in play yesterday was the coaches. It was almost every coach. There was you heard Shawn talking about this on our show. That is top priority for him. Mm-hmm. Is the coaching staff and making sure that those coaches feel welcomed, that they feel that they're going to get the resources they need to be successful, and that they feel like Shawn has got their back. And it felt as if yesterday those coaches are saying, we have your back. We brought players. We brought assistant coaches. We brought the entire squad to that press conference. And you can tell that is a big part of why Shawn got this job.
Well, I look forward to Riley Yauk letting us know what the quote was that struck you during that session. And by the way, we can talk about Evan's guest appearances on the program, etc. But we also had Riley Yauk on Monday after we got done with Shawn Eichorst, and he was a convert, which he was pretty blasé, meh, I believe. He called it a meh hire when it first broke, and listening to Shawn Eichorst with us turned him. He came around on it. And again, words are words. Shawn Eichorst himself on this very program said, talk is cheap. He also talked about how he got knocked on his ass a few times during his career. And so now he's already started, by the way. It's not just because he did his press conference yesterday does not mean he hasn't been doing things, as he talked about, reaching out to the 25 biggest donors, reaching out to all the coaches. So he is not just talking, he is working. But it all comes down to whether or not this athletic department succeeds. And he can say all the things we want to hear, and he knows this because he said it himself. It's more than just talk, and we will see how that plays out in the days and weeks and months and years ahead. Speaking of talking to people, I got a private text here.
LaFleur? Is this from LaFleur?
His last name does start with an L.
Matt LaFleur's texting you after that big article you pieced.
No, it's actually a
Matt
and an L.
Matt Nagy, Matt LaFleur.
No, Matt. How many other Matts whose last names start with L do we know?
Matt LeBlanc.
Matt Lauer.
Matt LeBlanc.
You snubbed Matt LePay? You didn't even say hi to him?
Who snubbed Matt LePay?
You!
I will never snub Matt LePay. No. I actually went up early because I knew he had a bunch of stuff to do, and I knew I had to leave early. But Matt and the team, I think they had we wouldn't know anything about this. They had a prep. They prepped before.
What?
So Matt was – so I went up. I was going to catch Matt before the interview. Got there about 10 to 4. The thing started at 4:15. Eleanor had a playoff game last night.
That's
important.
important.
I have to be back. 100.5, we need a dub. We had to get a dub last night.
Did you get one?
I needed to be there. We did get one. It was a
All right.
very tough game. One of our best pitchers was at volleyball camp, so we had to wing it. We found a way. Sarah has led this team. She's done an incredible job again. She develops talent and works as hard as any coach I've seen. So Shawn Eichorst would like Sarah on his staff as far as the development. I don't know if she's getting all the resources she needs. I think she's got enough with our great sponsorship of 100.5 ESPN Madison supporting the team.
Can she coach USA Soccer?
So we're able to excuse me?
Can she coach USA Soccer?
Who, Sarah?
Yeah.
I'm sure if she
sounds like
I'm sure she could. She's developed because this was a ragtag group that we put together in late April, early May, and last night we played probably one of our best games. So we found a way to beat a really nice squad. We have a semifinal game on Thursday. We're going to be heavy dogs, so we shall see again. Our best pitcher is more than likely going to be unavailable for this volleyball camp. So these things happen, got to overcome. But I had to get back to make sure I was at least being an assistant on E's team, and we got it done. So I had to miss Matt LePay and the burger bar and everything afterwards.
Burger bar? How'd you miss that? Okay, well, we're glad that Eleanor's team has advanced and that the games that you had to coach were not
Boy, he was all dolled up. I
back.
can just imagine. I'm sure, he sends pictures of his lake view and relaxing. This is his time of the year to relax. I would bet that, getting all dialed up, suit and tie, and being all professional.
Tuxedo?
No, just a nice suit.
Nice suit.
Tie, I think.
Okay,
I saw
all right.
pictures. Yeah, nice suit.
Why would he be in a tuxedo?
Oh, he said he got all dolled up. I thought maybe he, went all out like maybe a Dumb and Dumber type tuxedo. Him and Shawn Eichorst could go blue and orange or something. I mean, red and white or something. Okay, never mind.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, you were
wore a
there.
suit and
I
tie,
wasn't.
and it was hot.
I didn't see photos.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I don't know if any, but I'm trying to think the last time I've seen maybe Ryan Seacrest. Seacrest did it, but Matt was up there, and I thought I thought it was good for it, as you said it, from an introductory standpoint. I think Badger fans, and you could definitely tell the coaches, I think, are very excited about the leadership that they're hoping for from Shawn.
I saw this from Mike Lucas, who you once shared the broadcast booth with, and wrote for UW Badgers for a long time, and now is back at the Capital Times, where it all began for him. A quote from Mark Johnson of Miracle on Ice.
Yeah, he was there. Got
fame.
to say hello to Mark last night. He's
and
done a pretty nice
9
job, I'd say.
NCAA titles on Shawn Eichorst. He's our new shepherd. Our sheep are scattered. And now we've got a shepherd who's going to bring them together. It's a breath of fresh air. Now, I don't mean to be that guy, but that is a really interesting quote to me. Says a lot about where things maybe have been and where Shawn Eichorst sees an area that they can improve. So that struck me when I read that this morning. I was not expecting a shepherd analogy. I don't know where that compares with ice cream on ice cream cake, and you don't open a window to sit on the ledge and look at the view. You open the window to jump. But I thought it was a pretty good analogy from the greatest women's college hockey coach in history, Mark Johnson. So that was...
Excited for a new era of Badgers football. Am I right?
You were just waiting for me to stop talking.
Yeah, I was.
Jesse, you haven't talked to a lot of people in the last couple of days, have you? But kind of out in solitude. You can tell you're chomping. You're texting us about going to the dump and how excited you needed.
Oh,
some,
just you wait
some,
for my dump fiasco. I can't wait to tell you about that later.
Maybe we shouldn't hold that for later.
I do
Maybe
wonder
we should
how
get to
many
that.
people. I wonder how many people handle vacations like Jesse does. He breaks up his vacation to work. You don't see that very often. Usually you go on vacation, you come back to work, and then you're back to work. Jesse breaks his vacation up with work. That means you got a pretty good job, in my opinion. So just so people know, and Jesse, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to mislead you. Oh, it does say up north, Criffets. Okay.
Wow. Take note of that there, old Tate.
That billboard is completely biased, according to whomever is drawing those lines, but neither here nor there. You went up north/east to relax. You're up there with Beck. It's probably pretty chill. You're just sitting there. You got the lake. It's a boat. A beautiful deal. But you decided instead of staying up for a week, you needed to break your vacation up to come back to work.
That is true, yeah.
Because you're bored. Because you got bored.
When you go up north, it's a lot of repetitive days, which is very relaxing. But also, if you're not mixing in enough,
when you say repetitive days, give us a taste of what that sounds like.
Let's do this because we'll save the dump for a little bit later.
What do you think Jesse's doing? He's meat raffling. He's drinking a bunch of beers.
All right, so here's what we're going to do.
I'm fascinated what the repetitiveness of this is.
Here's what we're going to do. Tausch is going to tell us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin so we can get to Bryan Bulaga on time. You can text in or in the YouTube comments, guess what Jesse does that's so repetitive up in Crivets. 844-770-3776.
I don't know if that's a good question.
Be appropriate.
They're not going to be pros. We don't want pros. I want what you're feeling and what you're thinking. I'm not interested in a watered-down version. You ask that question, people are going to go in different directions. I don't know if they're going to be wanting to handle it.
I don't have to read them. I don't have to read them publicly.
That's true.
So I won't. But I will do is have you read publicly your love of Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Indeed, shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't include haggling. It should be straightforward. The pricing, the honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. That's what Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is all about. And they're not going to use high-pressure sale tactics when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Same team that manufactures your windows and doors, they also sell them. install them, and they service them. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at pelletwi.com.
What was Jesse up to up north? Then we'll get to Bryan Bulaga after that. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this, and Summit Credit Union's got you.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbless is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbless is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of the season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Looking for a better spot for your next team outing or client meeting? Welcome to Veer North, Milwaukee's upscale sports bar, designed for more than just game day. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Stroh. Veer North, located on Milwaukee's east side, your go-to for catching the big game, happy hour, or your next group outing. This is more than your average sports bar. Elevated food, craft cocktails, and a modern atmosphere. Perfect for off-site meetings and entertaining clients. And when the game's on, you've got the best seat in the house. Veer North, Milwaukee's east side destination for business and game day alike.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Mamma mia! Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion this Wednesday at State Fair Park. Be there this week as Rebel Grace delivers the best concert experience. Enjoy live music starting at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Rebel Grace.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience saving businesses money. I want to speak to you small business owners and make a bold statement. I will bet you our team can put at least $25,000 in your pocket. Yes, you heard right, $25,000. We work closely with small businesses to help them use tax strategies and develop processes and procedures to make their business generate cash to keep in their pocket. My team and I have saved clients thousands of dollars by using our knowledge and experience to develop strategies tailored to your business. Would you like to see if you can do it? Your only cost is 33 minutes of your time. That's right, just 33 minutes, and who knows how much you can pocket. Remember, you earned it, we help you keep it. Call us at 414-325-2040 and ask the $25,000 question. That's 414-325-2040, or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's Neal group.net.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
football as well. But let's talk a little bit about Jesse, who is back and went to the dump today. He will save that story.
He's got to get back on vacation. I don't even know which is more vacation, Jesse, your job or going up north?
It depends on the day.
In fairness, and obviously only one of us on this panel played in the National Football League for 11 years, which is the most impressive accomplishment that any of us could boast. But we're all incredibly lucky. Like, this is work. There's no doubt about it. But there's a hell of a lot of people, including a hell of a lot of people that listen to this show, that work a hell of a lot harder than I do. Like,
nobody disagrees with that.
The guy
or
at the
Jesse.
dump
Anybody that does is an idiot.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
The record.
But like I'm kicking off my 20 most important Packers, which I'm already going to cheat and have a couple of guys that are doubled up because that's what I do on that list. But like that's my job. I'm lucky. I get it. I may be a lot of things and a lot of.
Do they make you do your 20 most important?
No,
you
do
whatever the hell you want.
Started in 2010, your final season with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, but it's not 20 though. So why not just say 25?
Can you rebrand it to 20-ish? Or 21?
20-ish. Yeah, let's not mislead. That's misleading, and you know it is. I don't want to be that guy.
I don't appreciate the word misleading. I prefer cheating.
But it is. It's not 20.
Not accurate.
If it's 20 guys, you'll have 20 players.
It's 20 spots.
So,
it's 20 spots.
But it's not.
It's not
20 spots.
20 spots of most important Packers is not
just
the
say
title.
20-ish. It'd be funnier if you said 20-ish.
I think we're missing
How
the
many
point
actual
here.
players in your 20 spots? How many actual players do you have on?
I can give that information to you a little bit later.
I think 20 is too many, by the way.
I do too.
It's like every starter.
Top 10 lists are
right,
go.
but
everybody
you
loves
still get
a
top 10 list.
And if you're cheating, you're just picking every starting player. Like,
you get top 10, but you got 32 players on it. That's this guy. Where's your telestrator? This guy. He's saying there's 20 guys, and there's 28 spots. That's not really the top 20 list. That's the top 30.
Boom. You got to get a boom
really
in
top
there.
20 list. Boom.
Your
guy
knee
doesn't know how to count to 20.
Your knee has gone
That guy
boom.
can't circle. That guy can't circle a guy. Can't keep it square. Look at he's all in the right lane. He's in the left lane. He's in the right lane. We don't know where he's at. He's like the left lane, right lane, center lane. He's off the road. You don't know where he's going.
You got 10, and then boom, there's 20.
Not really 20. You end up with the 27 players.
Wait, where? How have you gotten so far away from your Madden? Do we need to have Caliendo on the show again?
That feels like it's a good Madden.
It was, and then you stray so far from the core fundamentals of a Madden. You never even gave a boom. That was his signature word.
I don't want to. I want to do it. I want to put my own.
You want to put your own spin on imitating someone.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the three of us? We find like an open mic, and we all have to do 5 minutes of stand-up comedy.
I'd be good at it.
I think I'm up for it. I think I'd be up for it. 5 minutes. We all have to go.
What is the audience?
Maybe to Jesse's trivia night. Something. I think that could be something.
I don't want to do it, but I think I'd be good at it.
Okay. We'll ask Bryan Bulaga if he thinks we should do open mic night at the Chuckle Hut after Tausch tells us about all the great experiences he's having at MoMA after his knee went boom, and they're helping fix it.
I was just gonna say I couldn't walk. I was light up. I couldn't move around. Had a really rough end of the year. I needed to do something different. I couldn't just continue on the same path. And that's when I checked out the great team at MoMA, the Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance. MoMA brings together trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, innovative pain, and it makes it easier to find the right specialist and the right treatment for you. And if you're like me, I don't want to walk into huge hospitals. Go to the information center. I gotta find a parking spot. Then I got a 3-mile walk and I'm hobbling around. I like going to specialty spots, and that's what's great about MoMA. Surgery Center, Smart Scan, Mosh, and My Spot Ortho Laser. Been going there. I've got 8. I think I've got 9 treatments already. I've done the show from there. And, man, getting some blood flow, getting a little more action back in that knee where I can go out and do my walks. I can play golf. I can start living my life again the way I want to. MoMA can do that for you as well. Call or walk in today to get started on your new journey.
Bryan Bulaga joins Open. Oh, now he has found
what
tools.
was that? That, like, flashed.
Yeah,
what was that, Jeff?
Trying to get in there, though.
Little circle guy here. Yeah. Boom.
Okay.
Take a look at this.
Your accuracy's a little bit
I don't
suspect.
understand.
This guy's got the periodic table on there. He knows what are those gases called, the special ones?
Bryan Bulaga joins us next. It's
Helium.
Wilde Tausch.
What Noble. Brian Noble gases.
I never
Helium,
said, never said what I did up north.
We're on the Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. And beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Maine.
Discount liquor.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Joining us now on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, America's oldest beer. 197 years. That's almost as old as the country itself. 6 generations family owned and operated, and it is now in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. It is our soccer correspondent and our tackle talk. What? What?
I'm over. Like, the whole soccer stuff, and we've had this discussion. I think Blue and I talked about it a lot last week. Brian, I'm not going to get into a ton of soccer with you today. Jason
it's Bryan
Bulaga
on Wilde and Tausch.
Yeah. Oh. Why is it that we're always stuck in being like just the middle of the pack? Will we ever get to be a powerhouse in soccer?
Did you not just say we weren't talking soccer? Is that not
you
what
brought
you
it up?
Said?
I don't.
You just
I don't
said
want
it.
to, but at some point, Brian obviously loves soccer. He's got a much different outlook on it than I do. So I am curious, and you brought it up. So, Blue, why is it that we're stuck? And can we ever, like the metric system, is it ever going to get implemented and actually installed here? Or are we always going to be a third-rate soccer nation?
Yeah, I think as long as we continue to have the current ecosystem that is MLS and things like that, it's going to stay the same. It's going to stay the same. The MLS is an absolute joke of a league. I mean, I'll just call it what it is. When you don't when you don't have relegation and actual competition within the league like the European countries do, and they have their academies and different leagues and things like that, MLS has monopolized soccer in the United States. It's them only, right? There's all these other different factions like USL, USL 1, Championship, but they don't intermingle with them to create competition within MLS, right? Relegation, and you get elevated if you win a certain league like all the other countries do. So when there's no competition at the main level, at the highest level of American soccer, this is kind of what you get. And that trickles down in the development of the youth system. So it's just a big, it's a ecosystem that isn't friendly to development of the youth of the country, to elevate them and give them a clear pathway to move on up. And that's, as long as you have that.
Yeah, but Blue, what most of our players play in the Premier League anyways. We don't want no offense to MLS. I don't know anything about it. But wouldn't we want the Premier League players to play on our national team? Like Free's kid, he's going to want to play Premier League, right?
Yeah, but but that's a kid that's gone through the youth system and has made it out, and he played at Orlando City, was rejected by other MLS teams, and then now he's at Valencia. And, I hope he goes on and has a wonderful career and gets to play in England and do all those things, right? He's in Spain right now. It's a really good league, La Liga. But that's like those are the outliers, right? Like, that's few and far between of how many kids fall between the cracks of development and things that happen that way. So it's the pathway in this country to professional sports or to professional soccer is not the same as, we'll say, the NFL or the NBA or MLB. Like, those pathways are clear and cut. It is set. This is how you have to get there. You obviously have to be very talented and everything like that. There's no doubt. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, the pathway in this country to make it to, say, the MLS and then potentially past that, it's murky, it's bad, it's not good, it's very political, and it's just not a conducive environment for us as a country then to improve on the national stage like this. I mean, this is, and we can say one thing or another, and I'm not going to get into it too much because it irks me, but like, I saw the former U.S. men's national coach, Greg Berhalter, right? And he was a terrible coach, awful. But he was the coach from the last cycle. And he gets on his podcast the day after the game, and his Nepo son's on the team.
Nepo son.
And he goes, Belgium's not any better than us. Look at our transfer rate. Look at our transfer value if we were to sell our players compared to theirs. We're right near them. And it's like, wait a second. Like, so now you want to compare the value of the squad to how they actually play and compete when they actually go against each other. Those are two separate, like, distinctions there. And, like, first of all, like, half of those, I don't know what American player starts on that Belgium team. So let's just, like, start there. Maybe Tillman, maybe he gets in. I'm not sure. But there's more to it than just our transfer value and what our players are worth is just the same as Belgium. There's more to it than that.
So, Brian, I saw Alexi Lalas, and then we're going to transfer to real American football momentarily.
Real football. Just say it. Real football.
My soccer question was going to be, have you ever seen your former teammate Clay Matthews and Erling Haaland in the same place at the same time? But that was apparently, we didn't end up getting there. Alexi Lalas has... He has lit a fire among the people who care deeply about soccer by basically dismissing the suggestion that our youth soccer ecosystem, to use your word, is poorly designed. And I can tell you, you as a soccer dad, me having been a soccer dad, and now Sydney having stopped playing club soccer just to play for her high school team, it is an expensive proposition. There are lots of coaches who have their minds made up on who's good and who's not at an age where they are still developing. And it is something that, the excuse that we always hear is, well, all of our best athletes in America choose the other sports. Part of that, and I understand the AAU basketball system is expensive, and I understand hockey is expensive. They're all expensive. But there has been a lot of pushback on Alexi Lalas because European nations make soccer a lot more accessible to people who are not wealthy. And Landon Donovan, I saw him yesterday talking about it, and he was the son of a single mother with 2 other siblings, and he talked about how he couldn't have afforded the kind of money that people spend on soccer now. You've done okay for yourself with your NFL career, so you're able to afford that for Declan. But do you think that that is the root of the problem? And if we had a better system to develop players when they are younger and have them love soccer, things would be better? Or do you not buy that argument?
No, listen, I am totally in the camp of it needs to be more affordable. And I'm not sitting on a soapbox saying I don't want to pay the money. That's not what I'm saying here. But I do believe that the sport should be more affordable for kids around the entire country. Like that's I think the main issue, well, one of the main issues with it, right? And we get into the finances of like hockey, because I know hockey's extremely expensive. I know Tausch, you're in it, TJ Lang's in it, so I've talked to him about like how crazy it is with that because his kids play it. So like an AAU basketball, so like I understand that no one's asking, at least I'm not saying this, I'm not asking for anything for free. But if you're going to want to advance soccer, especially in this country, you have to make it more accessible and cost-friendly for these families around the country to put their kid into the game, right? Because I was having this conversation yesterday with a friend, and I was talking about the incentivization of parents paying this type of money to put their kid in soccer, say, and they think their kid's a great athlete or their kid is a great athlete. And there's a really murky pathway for them to potentially go professional and make money, not just professionally, but say in college and NIL, because the NIL money for soccer is terrible. Like, it's like non-existent, right? So why would you invest if you have a great athlete that can play soccer, can play baseball or basketball or football, whatever it may be? Why would you choose to spend the money to put them in soccer and pay all that money out of pocket when the pathway to these other sports is so much more clear, and they can actually incentivize to actually make it out of it, right? They can actually benefit from it down the long run by their kids making money and coming out of it and getting a scholarship and doing all these things and getting the parents essentially getting paid back for that. Not saying that kids are gonna give them money, but say they get a scholarship. Right. Whether that's D1, D2, D3, that's essentially paying your parents back for everything they invested in you, right? So, like, that pathway's not here for soccer. It's just not good. So you have parents potentially shelling out. I don't know where it is. I don't know how it is all around the country or things like that. But ballpark number just to sign up for Declan this year where he's playing, it's like $1,500, right? But that's just to get in the door, to get some uniforms. That's not travel. That's not a hotel. That's nothing at that point yet, right? So you may look at costs for, as these kids get older, say 15, 16, 17, when they're traveling out of state, $15,000 a year, $20,000 a year, with like, what are you getting back for that? A good experience? Your kid gets to get on an airplane and go play in a tournament somewhere? Like, to me, that's just, the juice isn't worth the squeeze at that point, right? And that's kind of where that's where I disagree with Lawson. No one's asking for free fields and free lights and like that. Those things do need to be paid for. There's no doubt. But when we're talking about everything else that's heaped on and what some of these clubs are making in the United States, like these soccer clubs that have 15 teams per age group and are just racking in cash, when it's like, come on, man, like. It's the payoff just isn't there.
Yeah, but Brian, will you keep paying it? Will you keep putting your kid in club? Or are you going to go back and play community? I understand what everybody's saying on it, but the reason that this keeps growing is because parents are doing it, and they're paying the freight. So we can all say all of those things, but that's the bottom line. It doesn't matter what sport. You're going to put your kid in a spot where you think they're going to be able to get the most out of their talent, and almost everybody thinks that their kid's a star at this point, and until you don't, you end up paying the freight. And the reason the business models are successful is because people are buying into it.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I think what we're getting at is you're going to allow top-level kids that maybe can't afford that to fall through the cracks, and they're not going to be able to sustain and stay in. Like, that's where we're getting at from it. It's not that parents aren't going to play. Little Johnny down the street, their parents think that he's the next Lionel Messi, so they're going to keep paying. But it's the kid that maybe isn't little Johnny.
Yeah,
down
but
the street
Blue,
from
you know this. You know this. If there's a great talent and they don't have the resources, but these coaches know about that player, they're going to find a way, and little Johnny down the street's going to subsidize that. You know that's how that goes.
Yeah,
I've been in it, but it doesn't always go that way. It doesn't always go that way.
And they have so many kids in the program, they don't know as many kids as you would think they might. I would also just say this so we can move on. They, at least the club that Sydney played in, they have multiple levels. And if you have an athlete that plays multiple sports and you don't want to spend the kind of money it requires to play on one of the national level teams where you're traveling to Arizona and Texas and all these other places, they put your kid on a lower team, which is more affordable, but she doesn't obviously play against the same level of competition, and maybe she would have been better served to play with those other teams. But cost does matter to normal people. And I do think that that's something that Alexi Lalas was not really thinking about when he made his statement and got, what do they say, ratioed with the responses. So
is that what the kids say? Ratio.
Yeah, I think that's what they say on Elon Musk's platform. All right, I want to get to the Packers because I was getting a little grief before.
Oh man!
Thank God. Yeah, I'm soccered out. I tried to tell you, soccered out. Let's talk some ball.
There's still plenty of games.
There's a guy who wants to talk Packers.
There's plenty.
I
of
do.
games
Yeah, there's plenty. I think you and Blue should do a little FIFA pod for you and Blue. Break down Belgium versus whoever, Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Well, Spain. It'll be Spain.
All right. Here's what we're
Is there a third place game in the World Cup? Do they do a third place game?
Yes. Unfortunately,
they
yes.
do.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. I can't wait to see that Denver Broncos and LA Rams third place game next year. That'll be fun. Continue, Jason. That tells you everything you need to know about soccer.
This has been, Jesse, your Discount Liquor soccer update, hasn't it?
Discount Liquor brings us our soccer update. Stop by their Milwaukee and Waukesha locations for all your tailgating needs.
American football with Bryan Bulaga is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. And if there's 2 things you can count on, it's your smoke detector battery dying at 3 a.m. Not 3 p.m. on a Saturday when you have nothing going on, but in the middle of the night when you're fast asleep.
Oh, come on!
Get 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Just one more thing you can count on. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected by it. Maybe you have a loved one who struggles with joint pain. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's time to be outside, moving, living, playing. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and let's talk about getting back to that life. At QC Kinetics, that's happening every day. People who are stuck in the cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right there in the office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. They hear about it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. If this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers free consultations to see if you're a good candidate. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Start the second half of the Brewers season with a stacked series against the Marlins. The whole city's invited to celebrate Noche de Cerveceros Friday, July 17th. Then get the latest Brandon Woodruff Brewers bobblehead, courtesy of PNC Bank, Saturday the 18th. Treat the family to a summer Sunday at the ballpark for Paw Patrol Day on the 19th. Plus, family vibes are through the roof with special kids activities every Sunday. Get your tickets at Brewers.com.
You know, I mean, your home is about as personal as it gets, right?
We want to build a relationship with homeowners, not only educating them, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us.
Yeah, the interview goes both ways. Getting to know people while also serving them. It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
Besides that, it's just the right thing to do. See how Big Fish Contracting is renovating homes and redeeming an industry at bigfishcontracting.com.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a Superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior's worth paying for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenny's Lake Country, Maddie's in New Berlin, and Jugs Pub and Grill in Slinger. Michelob Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
American football time, where there is a different level of acting with injuries. Usually more of the acting that you get with American football is holding calls, right? Very demonstrative. Ah!
Pass interference.
It works. It works.
I am with two guys that never held. Just ask them. Actually, Tausch had a pretty long run where he actually was not called for holding. Bryan, I was thinking about this because you helped me last year. You will help me again this year, I hope. I'm putting together my 20 most important Packers list that has been derided by my colleagues here today because I weasel my way into getting a few more names on
Bryan,
the list by
20,
doubling up.
how many players do you actually think they're going to be? If there's 20 players, how many players
I consider it bonuses. These are bonus names. Added value.
Bonus names. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot of names. It's a lot of names. I will say that. It's a lot. It's a lot of names.
Hey, there's 90 guys on the roster. This is only 20 people.
20-ish. Stop scribbling on the screen.
Oh, he loves it. He loves it.
You wish you had a telestrator like this to use when you were on this show.
Gosh. All right, Collinsworth, take it easy.
By the way, it's worth noting that Jesse did not tell any of the folks that have been filling in for him or will be filling in for him how to use the telestrator because he wants it all for himself.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just learned we had it, and then I booked it out of here on Thursday. Yeah, I haven't had time yet.
Bryan, should Trey Smack be on my list? Should he be among the top 20 most important Packers?
That's a good question.
Spoiler alert, as of now, and you and a few others are on my blue ribbon panel, he is right now.
Yeah, I think so, because I think obviously we know how important field goal kicking is, and we've been punished by it how many years in a row now? So, like, I almost feel like by default he has to be one of the most important players on the team because his number's going to be called in vital moments, and how he performs is going to be crucial. So, like, if you look at the criteria of the 20 most important players, right, like, they all have crucial roles, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's just what it is. And his role, the way the Packers seasons have gone the last few years, like, we know how it goes. When you play in big games that are tight, kickers have a huge role in them, and he's going to be no different. So I don't disagree with that placement.
Tausch, you're making a face. Is that your normal face? You
I don't
were making a
understand
face during
how either of you guys could even think that he wouldn't be. Like, he would be a top 10 guy for me as far as most important. They've handed him the job. We don't know how he's going to do. There's a ton of uncertainty with that. NFL games, as we all know, they become tight football games. There's not very rarely are you beating teams by more than 10 points. And when you're a team that has championship aspirations, you need to win those close games because then you get seeded better. You have home playoff games. Those are all the things that matter. Making kicks is huge. Having someone you trust that can make a kick gives you a lot of security, and it gives you opportunities to win games that other teams don't. We haven't had that in big money games. We haven't had it the last – you could make really good arguments that we've lost playoff games strictly on that.
Mm-hmm.
Old boy last year, if he makes any of those kicks, Trey Smack ain't getting drafted. He's not.
Yep.
I don't care what you say. The year before, whatever, Anders Carlson, whatever year that was, he makes that kick. That Niners game is a whole different animal. We could be talking about a whole different set of circumstances. Whether we'd end up going to the championship, I don't know. But that position, unless you don't have one, you don't know how bad it's going to be. So he's a top 10 guy for me. And if I'm doing a list, he'd be one of my top 10 guys.
Well, you will be more than welcome to share that feedback when I send you the list. You can give me your thoughts if you'd like to be part of the Blue Ribbon panel. I will say this, too.
I like to critique after you write it more so than helping.
Well, that's very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I trust your insight, and instead you'd rather give me posting criticism. So I look forward to that. That'll kick off. I'm writing number 20 today, and that will begin a little bit later today when it gets posted. So that is going to be on channel3000.com. I also want to ask you guys this. How should I rate Micah Parsons based on remember, the word is importance. And there was some temptation for me to maybe be a little bit clickbaity last year and put Jordan Love at number 2, not at number 1, because I thought very highly of his backup. And I thought, while Jordan Love is extremely important, I felt really good about who would replace him. Meanwhile, Tucker Kraft, I did not feel particularly great about who would replace him. And then they had to replace him, and it did not go well. They did not have any legitimate replacements for him. That
Jason,
is part of my thought process.
Will Musgrave be on the roster going up to Minnesota?
I personally think so, because he's on the last year of his contract. It is not expensive. I don't think he has a lot of trade value based on his production or lack thereof. He will be a guy that they allow to walk in free agency, and maybe somebody sees something in him as a guy that they won't ask to block frequently. And maybe he has a productive year this year for the Packers, and he fetches you a 7th compensatory pick somehow. Right now, I look at him and think, is somebody giving up a 7th-round pick for him? Maybe. Are they giving up more? I don't think so. He feels to me like a guy that if you traded him, you'd be trading him and a pick to get like a higher pick. Like we sent him and a 7th-round pick to Tampa Bay for a 5th-round pick. So you still end up with the same number of picks. You basically use them to move up some spots. Do you disagree?
There's value in that. I don't know what his role. If Tucker Kraft is healthy, I'm never pulling him off the field. What role is he going to fit? He's not going to be a blocking tight end. When are you going to even play him? And is he going to be a special teams guy? He doesn't scream special teamer to me. So I don't know. I don't think it's lock stock that he's going to be on that plane. I think the odds are he will be, but I don't think it's 80-20. I think there's a really good option that somebody sees maybe that. And if Brian Gutekunst could get a 5th-round pick and give up a 7th, I think he'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I don't think it's a given that he's making it because it is in.
He's number 20 on Jason's list, Brian.
He's not. Spoiler alert: he's not on my list.
Yeah, because I'm assuming, and this is obviously knock on some wood here. I'm assuming it's Tucker Kraft stays healthy the entire season. So, like Tausch said, why are you taking him off the field? You're not taking him off the field ever because he does everything. So that's
Brian, I'm also not going 4 and 5 wides. I am always keeping him out. He's too good of a threat. I just for breaks. I don't want him to be a low snap count guy. Tucker Kraft, when he's healthy and cleared, I want him on the field 85 to 90% of the time.
Yep. Absolutely.
So that still leaves you 10 to 15% of the time where he's not. You're going to play Josh Wilde,
well, you don't
or you're
have
not going to play tight end
I
at
go
all?
4 and 5 wides, too.
Okay.
4 and 5 wides. There's other things. Plus, it just feels like they really like the kid from Iowa enough that they brought him in. He failed the physical, and they brought him back.
Luke Lachey.
When he passed the physical, Nick Lachey. Hell of a 98 degrees. It's warm out there. It just feels as if they're moving on without really finding a solution to Musgrave. He had his opportunity, and he didn't take advantage of it last year. I don't know what role he'll fill. And if you don't have a role to fill, there's just too much. You need to have too many guys, and especially if you want your special teams to be any better, you better find a role. And for Musgrave's sake, everybody was raving about him. It was glazed. He's probably one of the most glazed rookies we've had here in a long time.
Oh, he ran 21 miles an hour
pictures
faster
of his quads
than Watson.
And how the fastest guy on the team, all this stuff, and it just hasn't translated.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why do you think that is? He's had injuries. That's got to be part of it. But it is also, is it evidence that there are teams that are fine with a tight end who doesn't do the other tight end jobs, but that the Packers really want someone who is the total package?
You better be Tony Gonzalez special, Travis Kelce special, if you're going to just be that. And that obviously hasn't been the case.
Essentially, that's what it comes down to. If you're that just good of a receiver, you need to be top of the line all the time. As a tight end, you have to be able to be in line and block. You have to have that trait. And to be on the field. You need to be able to do that. And in a scheme that LaFleur runs, the tight ends have to be able to block. They can't be a liability on the end of the line of scrimmage, because that blows up an entire formation and set of runs that you have to be able to execute. And if you can't do that, not going to be on the field. It's simple.
Yeah, and Brian, I think one of the things that we've probably underlooked is this whole stripping things down to the studs and play action pass. If you really want to do that, and I hope that Green Bay does, I hope Matt LaFleur and Jason, I don't know, in your exclusive sit down with him, if he got into this at all.
September issue.
I want to see Jordan Love under center. I don't care what, 2 tights, 1 tight, I don't care. I want to see the hard outside zone with the fakes and all those drills you see that everybody shows on video when they let the video team shoot for 2 seconds. The quarterback comes out on a boot. That is what this offense is predicated on. And to your point, you better have a tight end that can block. And this is why Tucker Kraft is so good. The Kittles, they've made their living on this system. Let's get back to more of that and not all of the shotgun. Fake, nobody bites, and then you're sitting there patting the football, and it's 2nd and 12.
Amen. That's the way the offense was when it got installed day one when I was there.
You were there for year one. Yeah.
Yes. That was year one offense, and it was awesome. and it worked. And people kept saying, how are guys so wide open on these quick routes off of play action? Because it's all designed and built in off the run. It's how it all looks to the defense.
So why are we doing that? Brian, when did you notice that they started going away from that? Was it when you were there, or did it happen after you left?
It was after I left, because they did it really well again. The second, his second year and even his third year, that offense was humming. And again, this is not a knock on Josh Jacobs. They changed things for Jacobs. They changed how the run game went for Jacobs. Because if you look at that prior, it was Aaron Jones, right? It was Aaron Jones, and that was the scheme that he ran, and he was very good at it, and he was fluent, and he was an outside zone runner. And when they brought in Jacobs, the run scheme changed, and it wasn't as outside zone heavy as it once was, and play action heavy. It became more of shotgun. If the play action, it was play action duo, which we all know no one bites on that because they can see everything. And you become a little bit more predictable with your play action game. And then if it doesn't work, you're not going to keep going to it. You're going to go away from it, and that's kind of what's happened.
So you think it's almost all Josh Jacobs? The O-line has not been as good. It just hasn't. Those are the facts.
Isn't it also that Love likes to be in the shotgun too? I mean, obviously, Brian, you played with Rodgers. Was he extremely we know he didn't like pre-snap movement, which is also very important to what LaFleur wants to do, right? Because of all the tells that you get from it. The shotgun, is that on a scale of problematic things that they got away from the way they used to do things and theoretically are going back to them now based on what Matt LaFleur said? Blocking scheme, play action approach, and under center versus shotgun. Like there were times when he was dealing with the leg injuries in 2024 where it was precipitating them being in shotgun. He needed that, right? Because he was playing through some issues. That's one thing. But last year, that wasn't the case, and they were in shotgun a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think being in gun is probably one of the bigger factors in that, right? When you're not under center. But there's only so much you can do in gun from the run game standpoint, right? Whether you're in pistol or whether you're just a normal gun with the back offset to the quarterback, either left or right. Like there's only so much you can do, and when you're in gun and you're trying to run play action, I've said it so many times, and it's just more predictable, and it's easy for defenses to see. Like it's very easy for those guys to key on things, and that means that changes the offensive lines when you're in gun. As offensive linemen, Tausch, you know this too. Like I'm wired a certain way, thinking, okay, we're in gun. Chances are this defensive line thinks we're passing. Their first steps are going to be more aggressive up the field, which means if I'm running a play action, I am not going to be as inclined to go aggressive. Hard run cell. Yeah, I'm not going to run cell as much because I got to protect against the pass rush. So that all factors into things. When you're under center and it looks like running, it smells like running, you go cell run, but it's a play action. Like you get those defensive linemen to move and react to run really well. And that means the second level then reacts to run really well. The linebackers, and they move out of their places. And that's where you get tight ends and slot receivers running in behind those guys wide open. Like that's how all that pairs together. So yeah, part of it, offensive line, but it's also what offensive line is being asked to do. And when you get put in predicaments to go sell run in the gun and the ball's not coming out quick, because duo play action is not a quick play action. It takes time, right? It just does. All those things factor in together, and you kind of get what you've seen over the last few years. And I still go back to saying Jacobs can do under center, outside zone play action. Like, he can do it. It's not like he can't do it, or he did it with Saban. Like, that's what Saban did at Alabama. They ran under center play action and zone game, and they ran power, and they ran duo two at Alabama. Don't get me wrong, but they ran under center play action. Like, it's what they did. Nick Saban was a pro style. It's how, because it was the same way Kirk ran it, and all those guys that were in that same ecosystem. Now we're on ecosystem.
You are big on the ecosystem today, baby.
It's a big eco day today.
Yeah. The big ecosystem of the play action game. They all did it the same. So, like, it's not like Jacobs, it's foreign to him. He knows exactly how to do it. It's just he's way more comfortable running duo. That's just what he likes to do because he's really good at it. But that doesn't mean he can't be good at the other things. And that's my opinion on it. And if he were, unless he comes out and says, I can't run outside zone, I can't do it, then I have to believe he can do it because I think he's
Bryan,
that good of a player.
How much should LaFleur just say, this is what we're doing? Because, listen, man, we all have things we like better than not doing, right? There's things like we love eating cheesecake. I'm not a cheesecake guy. I'd love some carrot cake. But you can't just say, well, I'm going to just only eat carrot cake. At some point, doesn't LaFleur say, yeah, Jordan, I know you love being in gun. I know it's a little harder to have to – it's hard. You would think – I'm not even joking with this. Those quarterbacks to run to that outside zone point, that's hard work. Getting their feet and having to sprint to that spot and be able to sell that run and then bootleg out. If I'm a quarterback, heck yeah, I'd much rather just get the ball, pat it, look around, and throw it. At some point, then the coaches have to say, listen, this is what we need to do, and we got to get good at it. And let's get back to that, even if the players with their more experience don't want to do it.
Great question.
I think at some point, and I think that's what Take It Down to the Studs was essentially a shot across the bow. I think that's what
kind of what I thought
that's
too.
That's what that was like, hey, I know you guys like doing certain things this way or you prefer it this way. But
Blue, we love running keep passes. If we had our way, we'd run 42 keep passes out of 60 plays. But you know what? At some point, you can't just keep running keep passes.
Yeah, I know.
How nice would it have been, Bryan, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I'm strictly looking at it like, I want to make my left tackle and right tackle happy, I'm going to run 42 keep passes this game. We would love that coordinator. But if they say we're going to run scat protection 48 times and you're going to be in a dome and it's going to be shotgun and they're going to blitz the hell out of you, you're probably not going to love that coordinator as much.
No, not at all. I'm going to be very angry, even if we win, walking up to like, hey, that was kind of a grinder right there, bud. Thank you for that. Like that was a lot of fun. I appreciate that. But if you ran the 42 keepers, I'd be like, hey, bud. Let's run that plan back. That was a really good plan. You could be aggressive. Man. Got your buddy next to you, protecting you. I mean,
you get to throw at somebody's legs. You get to whip them down the line of scrimmage. And they're so dumb that they'd keep doing it, too. That's the beautiful part. Those D linemen, run left. After the 18th time, you'd be like, God, when are you going to figure this out? I still think we don't run enough keep passes. I don't care any team. They don't get run enough. They don't.
I agree. I don't. Yeah, I don't think they get, because I think that they're easy completions and easy like 8 to 10 yard gains all the time. I really believe that.
Yep.
Like the way that if you have a really good tight end too that can sell it on the backside, then slip out late, and like, and then the running back does.
It's the best, Jerry. The best.
It's almost foolproof in my opinion. I mean,
I agree.
And then
there's different things you can run cracks out of it. There's different ways to set the formation up. You can leak a tight end. You can have a receiver run a shallow cross back away. The running back can go out of it. You can do a fullback out of it. It is such a sexy play, and we just for whatever reason don't do it consistently. So
a lot of moving parts, a lot of eye candy that can just really trick a defense.
Sexy eye
And all of a
candy.
sudden, those linebackers are like, I can't believe I got to run this. And then they stay flat-footed, and you run the play, and you're like, why did that linebacker not move with it? Well, because they're sick of getting keep passed to death. That's why.
And that's how you get guys to over pursue, and then the cutback lanes are enormous on the backside. It's just it's great. It's really good stuff. It really is. I mean,
it's just great to see how happy this makes you guys. Almost as happy as you are when you're talking about soccer. Bryan, this was great, and we will see how this plays out when we actually get to start seeing this Packers offense and Matt LaFleur, who has refused to define exactly what, for going back to year one, looks like. But every time you bring up, and I did this to him, and I got you want me to give you the whole playbook, Jason? Every time you bring up more outside zone, he doesn't want to talk about it, which tells me that there's something to this theory. We will talk about it again when I join you on the Homer Hour, and we'll talk about it some more when you join us next week. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you.
All right, guys, take it easy. Stop writing on the screen.
Well, now he's figured out how to put numbers
You three
on the
are
screen.
good.
It's like a stamper.
Yeah, you three are so good. That's my ranking.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Interesting that he put Bryan Bulaga first, because
I don't love
that's
that.
not usually how I view that setup. I don't mind being
I
third.
thought you and Blue are at each other's throats all the time.
That's what I thought, too. He's buttering him up. Bye, Bryan. Thanks for stopping by.
Later, guys.
Tausch, places that we've stopped by in the past. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We're probably overdue for another visit.
It's a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. And is today Wednesday? I think today's Wednesday.
All day.
I don't know for sure, but I think it is. If you're an old-timer, 55 plus, get your butt down there. Play some slots, grab a sports book, and then grab a lunch at a heavy discount if you're going to head down to Hard Rock Casino, Rockford. It is a great spot. You have all playing, dining, shopping, and, of course, live shows. And that sports book, which Jesse looks, I don't want to jinx anything. He looks as solid with that Brewers pick as he had. What is Bryan flipping you off for? As we were with that Packer prediction last year. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch with Jesse still putzing around with the telestrator starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga. Every morning, I talk about traffic backups and slowdowns around Milwaukee. At Sewer Ninjas, they help homeowners avoid a different kind of backup, a sewer backup. Sewer Ninjas is a Wisconsin family-owned company specializing in sewer camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs that can often be completed without tearing up your yard. Their goal is simple: find problems early and help homeowners avoid costly surprises. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. That's sewerninjas.com.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Summer and baseball go hand in hand, and as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Carbless is helping fans swing into full flavor all season long. Whether you're at the ballpark, tailgating with friends, or catching the game from home, Carbless delivers bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail that's ready wherever summer takes you. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 100 calories, gluten-free and full of flavor. Carbless. Find your bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
We are the home of green and gold off-season coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say Kissing Cousins, Pack Bikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And we'll end this crazy game in a tie. Oh, my goodness.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. We've got to go a little bit quick here. Get on the ball because we got Uncle Homer coming up. Tausch, I want to ask you this question in the aftermath of our conversation with Bryan Bulaga, which if you joined us late and you missed the soccer talk, you can certainly catch up on that, but you can also catch up on the football talk on our YouTube channel or later on wherever you get your podcasts. Matt LaFleur said something when he was in Arizona for his brother's introduction, where he talked about basically how if you're not adapting to what your players are doing, you're a fossil in this game. That basically this is all about adapting what you do to what your players do best. At the same time, based on that conversation, it does feel like someone who I think authentically tries to keep his guys happy and engaged. Certainly tried very hard to make sure that all those wide receivers that they had were happy, which he didn't succeed at.
Out.
Right?
What's the old saying? You try to please everybody?
You end up pleasing nobody.
How does that go?
Yeah, no,
that's piss everybody off.
I don't think it.
I don't think that's it.
That's a slightly different version than I was going to go with, but the mentality's the same, and you and I were striving toward that exact same quote, except you closed it out differently. Is that, I don't want to call it a weakness, but how do you find the fine line between being the coach that does do those things and the coach who also says, all right, but look, we're going to do what we do. And I'm sorry that this is not your comfort zone, but you need to be comfortable being uncomfortable, which is another saying we've heard on this show once or twice.
I think this is where making sure you're aligned with your personnel department is really important, because you have a philosophy and a foundation on what you want to build your program on. You want players that can execute that. Now, if you get Randy Moss to fall into your lap, and you're going to say, well, we're just a power-running football team, that's what we do, you're not going to utilize one of your best assets, then you're an idiot. And Matt LaFleur is not an idiot. So I think it is a fine line, but there has to be some give and take, and it always has to come back to, I think the head football coach needs to understand his personnel and also understand this is why I have this job. I know what I do and what our system is works. Doesn't mean it has to be this way and this is my way or the highway. That's not the world of sports, and it shouldn't be. But it also shouldn't be, well, so-and-so doesn't like to run this play, even though it's really good and it works really well. He doesn't want to run it. I got a major problem with that, and I think everybody should. Go ahead and look. I know you always give. Who's the guy that writes those long articles? Bill Barnwell?
Barnwell, yeah,
grief,
Billy
Jesse?
Barnwell, yeah.
Seth Wickersham, I believe.
Seth
just wrote
Wickersham, yep.
A 67-page article on Sean Payton and how Sean Payton goes about his business. And Sean Payton, by all accounts, can be a real blank. He's on the Bill Parcells school of thought. He's got Bill Belichick's school of thought, where those guys are not – I think they're very strict. Let's put it that way. They have their way of doing things, and they're going to run it. I don't think Sean Payton is quite to that degree. But I could also assure you, if you read that article, there is a lot there that isn't appeasing to Bo Nix or to how they do it. It's Sean Payton has his system. He knows the strengths of his guys, but he's not bending everything to fit for what they're doing. The players also have to do some adjusting to what works and what their coach believes.
I will be very curious.
Does Jason, in your opinion, who is a good friend of Matt LaFleur has done many countless exclusives with him and has called him from his bed?
No, he was in his bed. He called me. They were on the road.
Someone
I needed
was
a
in their
quote
bed
for a story.
talking.
Yeah,
one of those.
You have a great relationship.
I was on the couch.
You have a great relationship with Matt LaFleur. Is he too giving to his players?
I think he tries very hard to make everybody happy and make everyone. I think he's very inclusive. I know I wrote one story about this a while back, where he basically feels like if you make everyone feel like they're truly a part of this, then you get the best out of them. That is one of his philosophies. And yet, what happened to him? And what did he say at the NFL owners' meetings? That he had people that were unhappy with their roles, and those malcontents took a toll on their football team. So I think his heart is in the right place. Look, I
so
like
what do you
somebody
think he's learned from that? What has he learned from that?
To me, that's one of the stories that is not going to be in the Milwaukee Magazine piece, or in Madison Magazine, I should say. Because that's not what we got into. We're getting into some other stuff. But that is certainly a story that I would like to pursue, is what did you learn from that?
I'd be interested in that. How you've approached it, how you've evolved.
And you're so interested in it, you would need me to send it to you directly in order for you to actually read it? Is that how that would work? Would you find it on your own or not?
With what?
Once that story is written.
You post?
Is there a print version of the magazine that you could hand to him? Because I bet he would read it if you gave him a print version of the magazine.
Like the 67-page story that he printed out from Seth Wickersham.
Yes, that's true. I'm old school like that. I just wonder, we sit here and we talk about, and Matt LaFleur obviously was irritated by that last year.
Mm-hmm.
But is he going to do anything different? Is he going to do anything that changes that?
It's a great question.
He is?
No, it's a great question.
I got you. I was hoping you'd have an answer, not another, great question. We got a guy asking questions. This guy says, hey, I don't get enough questions asked to me. Well, I ask you a question, I'm looking for an answer, and I don't know, exclusive sit-down, et cetera, He has to be up to here. He has to be up to here with people feeling that way, right? And he can't let that happen again. What do they say about history repeating itself?
Those who do not remember history are doomed to repeat it, I believe is what you're going for. Or somewhere in there it's got to be, it really pisses you off.
I'm hoping that we don't have a disgruntlement talk in January of next year, if and when the Packers are eliminated from the playoffs.
I would just say this. I am not disgruntled with my experience, nor are you disgruntled with your experience with UW Credit Union.
Oh, I thought you were Matt LaFleur. I will tell you about UW Credit Union. You got to see a bunch of their team over at the press conference last night. Obviously, they're hugely involved with the University of Wisconsin and all of the other university schools, because UW Credit Union is here for every U, proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. going to help you reach all of your financial goals. They have the great app. They just make your life easier with UW Credit Union. Join today at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
Real quick, a little inside baseball or inside journalism here. The stories that I want to do early in training camp or heading into the season, this is one of them. The other is, because I've asked a lot of people about it, and I didn't want to just use it in the middle of June when people aren't probably paying as close of attention to the Packers as they do, say, in August, September, October. When it comes to the wide receivers, is less more or is less less? Because that, to me, is also something that I'm very curious about.
Jim Les.
Who's Jim Les?
The old Bradley
We will hear the
basketball coach.
latest one call. Right? That's all celebratory.
Les Miles. Miles Teller.
Charlie Moore.
Penn and Teller. Charlie Moore. Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way, I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Stop buying barbecue rubs that all taste the same.
Most are loaded with sugar, fillers, and shortcuts.
Burn Pit BBQ is not.
We're a veteran-owned company right here in Wisconsin, built on doing things the right way. No shortcuts, no nonsense.
Just premium seasonings that deliver real flavor every time you fire up the grill.
Whether it's a quick dinner or feeding the whole crew, Burn Pit BBQ gives you confidence to get it right.
Burn Pit BBQ. Grill with confidence.
Find us at burnpitbbq.com and now at select Walmart locations.
That's burnpitbbq.com.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Zocalo Milwaukee, Social House Menominee Falls, Nomad World Pub Milwaukee, and Three Lions Shorewood. Michelob Ultra, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices, One call, that's all.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Sounds like someone's here to celebrate with us.
10 years with this show? Oh my gosh, what a run.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is presented by Steinhoffels.
Greatest show on ESPN Wisconsin, period.
And this celebratory message is brought to us by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey guys, Josh from Heartland here, and I just wanted to say congrats, Wilde and Tausch, on 10 incredible years. What you've built is more than just a sports talk radio show. Your chemistry and the laughs, debates, and unforgettable bits you've given us make this show feel authentic and accessible. Wilde, your passion, your energy, and of course, your follow-up questions are unmatched. Tausch, your stories, your ideas, and humor make every show feel like hanging out with a friend who somehow also played in the NFL. And of course, Jesse, your production work has been excellent. Your production work has been decent. Your production work has been passable. And altogether, you've created something that feels uniquely Wisconsin. So thank you for all the entertainment, all the memories, and all the mornings you've made better over the last decade. Congrats, and here's to many more.
Oh, Josh. We appreciate that. That was really well done. Jesse, with your passable production work, thank you for your service. And thank you to all of our fans that have sent along their messages. Jesse, I had a few people ask me if they could send their own messages. Is there a way for them to do that?
Yes, there is. So again, you can text us on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line, 844-770-3776. Send a text. Let me know if you're interested in sharing a celebratory message, and I can respond to you on the Carbless text line. You can't send them via text. That doesn't work. But if you let us know that you're interested, I can get in touch with you, and then we can sort out how they can send those over, and we'll get them up and ready to go.
Well, I think the ethos of this show is, I mean, with a few occasional exceptions, that it's not about us, and it is about entertaining and educating and having fun with our fans. And so we appreciate all the messages that we've gotten already. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone that we do this, but I really appreciate hearing from all these folks that have sent their messages already, and we'll continue to play them as we continue to get them. We need to get to Uncle Homer. That has been today's One Call That's All celebratory message presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. You know the saying, and those are the calls that we've been getting. I hope you never have to make the call to David and his team, because that means you've never been injured in an accident. But if you have been, that's the call to make. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. We make a call on the Yingling Goat hotline.
I want to jump in here, and I know we got to get to Homer, but Matthew S. on Twitter, we haven't talked Brewers at all. What a day yesterday. Miz gives up. Did he throw a 106.7 mile an hour fastball? Was that fake news, or is that true?
I didn't see 106. I was driving
saw it on
during
Twitter,
much of the game,
so take that
though.
for what it's worth. That would be crazy. But anybody else kind of digging what old Ortiz is doing at third base? Matthew S. does. At shortstop, a 559 OPS with 1 dong. At third base, 806 OPS, 2 dongs, and he's hitting 306 plus. He's playing. I saw a couple of plays last night. He's throwing guys out from his keister. He's digging. But he is playing some good ball at third. Is it that he's hitting better because he doesn't have as much? Like, it's pretty dang impressive. And what the Brewers are doing is just unbelievable. So I just wanted to give you my Brewers minute because I know we don't talk a ton. I saw this tweet and I thought, atta babe. And a new guy, he's flying. I didn't know he had wheels on wheels, man.
The new guy.
Luis Lara making his Major League debut last night.
Lara, you see him. He goes from first to home like he's just – it's insane. Like, the talent on this team is – we got a few potential all-stars on this team.
This guy's dead.
Listen. What?
Jesse,
you said it felt like a Bishop's charity game last night on your drive back or whatever you were doing.
Jackson Churio hit left-handed against a position player on the mound in the 9th inning. It was a Bishop's charity game. It was lower quality than the Micah Parsons charity softball game.
But a heck of a lot more entertaining than the Vikings-Packer game that Jason so covered in depth. It's crazy. The Cardinals are supposedly the old gold standard, right? This series yesterday was just fun and awesome to watch. It was just fun. It was fun.
There's 2 games left of it.
I know. It's a never-ending series. We clinched the season series against the Cardinals already, boys. Huh?
Won 7 in a row against them.
Something else. Fun squad.
What a deal.
Fun squad. Let's get to Homer. Next.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends, if it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
Plenty of good news over the holiday weekend for the Milwaukee Brewers, aside from a series win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2 Brewers are heading back to the All-Star game. For the 3rd time, William Contreras was selected as a National League catcher, and for the 2nd straight year, the flamethrower Jacob Misiorowski is headed to the Midsummer Classic. Misiorowski speaking to the media, courtesy of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel.
I feel about the same as last year. It's still an honor. It's just shows how much work me and William have done behind the plate, and it's awesome. It's awesome that it's finally coming together.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You're making love, I'm starting the schoolyard.
Joining us now, better late than never, not his fault, ours, on the Yuengling Goat Hotline. Yuengling, 197 years is crazy. Now 1 year in Wisconsin. DJ
Homer's
Yuengling
been
and
around
Son.
for all of them. He's been around for all of them.
He's been on hold that long. Good morning, Homer. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
Well, great. Thanks for asking.
Homer, are you as? And I apologize for getting you late.
First, I want to. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
10, because I got about 5 minutes. All right. You've been doing this 10 years. The Jason gets away with this stuff, and you don't call him on. It's not about us. Yes, it's all about you. That's what a radio show is. It's all about you. And, in fact, you understand that, Jason, because when you decided to do the show, you said, I got to do it with Tauscher. If it wasn't all about you, you'd have picked anybody because it's all about whoever else you want to act like it's about, which, of course, it is. So I honor both of you for 10 years because it is all about you, and that's why it's been successful. Next question. Oh,
so
by
Homer,
the way, I want to credit Cheerio because he changed something. It used to be in baseball you had position player pitching. He created the addition of banana ball to a position player pitching. Because now, when the position player pitches, he decided, I'll bat left-handed instead of right-handed. This is just the addition of banana ball in situations where one team is given up as to what now can be done. I expect maybe some flips or different things. Anything is acceptable given the success of banana ball. Yep, this is just
so. The Savannah bananization of Major League Baseball. Is that what you're saying?
When a team gives up. Yes, when a team gives up. You got to have a team putting a position player in as a pitcher. Once that position player goes on the mound, banana ball is live.
I'm on board. I saw some of the purists didn't like it. Well, do you like it when a guy comes in and throws an ethos and he doesn't pitch? Like I don't have any problem with it. Do we want to have 10-run rule like there is in every other level, or is this?
Fans will want a position player to come in because that means banana ball. That's going to be the next move. Bring in a new pitcher. Yeah. Oh yeah. What? When do you decide to go banana ball?
Homer, you know what else they should do? If you stick around and it becomes bananization, where the pitcher that doesn't pitch or an outfielder that's pitching and guys are batting the other way, they should also go like dollar soda. And it should also, once they do that, make this thing like a carnival. and just have dollar sodas and 50-cent
You
brats.
made it even better. You nailed it.
Don't you think?
Yep.
Make it about the
Yeah,
fans
so-
at that point, because the game is it's all going to be entertainment. You're not coming back. You're bringing in somebody that doesn't pitch.
here's
Make
the
it a
question,
bananas.
though.
I like it.
Once you go banana ball, you are giving people extra entertainment. You could raise the value of all these players if you want. Because they're getting something they didn't pay for. There's no
What about-
idea that they know this is going to occur. But I'll
What
put you in
about if
charge.
you do that? You have
figured
to
it out
have
for you.
banana. I don't. Do they have banana splits at ballparks yet, or is it just ice cream? Because a banana
Excellent.
split,
Yeah, you
they
should be
could
in
do
charge.
banana splits.
Mark Tauscher in charge of banana ball division in Major League Baseball. I'm pushing for that.
So, Homer, in all seriousness, though, wasn't yesterday just another day of a great reminder of the organizational strength that this Brewers team has?
Yes. Yeah. No, and I'm wondering what they're going to do because Woody's done. You can't count on Woody in the playoffs, so they got to make a change there. And by the way, Ortiz is amazing. It's all about hitting. He's been a great fielder. Maybe he needed someone to take his position or have some comp because his performance and change is more amazing than the Miz.
What? No. Come on.
Oh, yeah. That's how bad he was.
That's Palmy,
that's how bad he
Homer.
was. Come
Can
on.
you agree that's
Come on.
Palmy?
No, just now. It's not he's a better player. It's the change from what he was. The game in which Miz had the Maddox, people said the more amazing thing was Ortiz had a single and a double. It's one of the games he pitched.
Wow.
Now, his level of play from where he was to where he is now is more amazing than the Miz. And the Miz is, of course, amazing.
I can't get on board with that. But what is amazing,
that's
and
fine.
how do you balance the bringing these young guys up, and you're doing it in July? How do you balance that with chasing a championship and trying to finally get over the hump? As good as this team has been, and we saw it last year, do you think the Brewers are I guess, is this how you would handle it too? You keep bringing these young guys up? Or do you how
By
are
the
you
way,
how
since I am a
you
Brewers
liking the
chief,
way it's going?
Whatever they do, I approve. Whatever they do,
I
I
agree.
approve.
It's crazy,
but the issue
I agree.
is they have to add a stud pitcher because you can't count on Woody. I don't care what Woody does. If Woody is more amazing the rest of the regular season than the Miz, you still got to bring in another pitcher because you don't know when he's going to get hurt, and you can't afford that to ruin a season in which you can win the World Series, even though you'll always be the underdog. But the dog is much smaller this year. The dog is so much smaller. That should be the slogan. Yeah, we're an
The
underdog,
dog is smaller.
but the dog is much, much smaller this year. I'm gonna write that one down. I think that's one of my top 5 ever. I think.
Hey, Homer,
That's
did
what
I
you wanna
see
be.
something yesterday that you can write that down, that you and Jason got
sure
into a
you
little
did.
argument about Matt LaFleur? Did I see that right?
No,
Somebody, a little birdie
we got
told
in
me?
an argument over him bringing up a topic that Matt LaFleur doesn't care. I believe the number of people that believe that is so small that it isn't worthy of attention. It would be like saying Matt LaFleur is a dog. No, I'm not going to address that. He's obviously not a dog. I don't believe people think he doesn't care. They just don't think he's good enough, tough enough. The caring is not a part of it. It's how he cares. Is he soft? He cares, but he's soft. And you win if you're soft. Does he care? Of course. No one questions. They question how he does things, not that he doesn't care. But that's Jason thinks. Some people think he doesn't care, and that's what the debate that we had. That's
he definitely cares.
That
He
he's not
definitely
competitive enough. Like
Well,
he's not. He doesn't have a killer instinct. All
You'll have
these
to address
things.
that. I got to run. Thanks,
Yep.
guys. Appreciate it, Mike.
Quick segment today. Gave himself the hook early.
Odd how that played out. I don't know why that would have played out the way it did. It's very strange. That is Steve the Homer True. You can listen to him every weekday on the Homer Hour. I will talk to him a little bit later today. I am on with him on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Thursdays are also one of the Bryan Bulaga days on his program, so be sure to tune in for that. Tausch, tell us about American Family Insurance, if you don't mind.
I'd love to. We were just talking Brewers. Make Brewers game day a dream for the whole family at the parking lot patio during Kids Day. Before you head into AmFam Field on July 19th and August 9th, stop by parking lot patio next to the third base gate entrance and let the fun begin. Free face painting, temporary tattoos, photo ops, yard games, free giveaways, and live music from local DJs. It is the perfect pregame stop for families. Come early, have fun, and make it a day to remember. And that's all thanks to American Family Insurance.
I will explain what Tausch asked Homer about next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest,
Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks in a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, and by Events by Design.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion this Wednesday at State Fair Park. Be there this week as Rebel Grace delivers the best concert experience. Enjoy live music starting at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Rebel Grace.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
It's a winning explosion at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This July, Winplosion rockets in, bursting with $300,000 in cash and reward play. For your shot at winning, just play with your rewards card. Then join us for the Thursday night prize drawings. Plus, every Winplosion entry also counts toward the big WinFest Grand Finale in September. It's Winplosion. Big bang, big bucks. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience saving businesses money. We are on a mission to eradicate entrepreneurial poverty. Try saying that 5 times fast. Do you lose sleep at night trying to figure out how to make the next payroll? Are your vendors lined up outside your door? Are you cash on delivery? We can help. We have a proven process and strategy to turn your cash-sucking business into a cash-generating machine, so you can keep that cash in your pocket. It really works. We use it in our business, and many clients are successfully using it in their business. Ask Pam, who recently bought a business and asked us to help her see through the fog. Would you like to sleep at night knowing your bills are paid, take a vacation, or go out to eat with your spouse? You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us at 414-325-2040 to set up a complimentary consultation. That's 414-325-2040, or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL Group.net.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
We don't just cover the green and gold. We Cover the green and gold. Your home for Green Bay football talk on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Thanks to Homer. Banana ball, huh? Have you watched any of that?
I haven't, but it's obviously a huge hit.
Selling out football
and
stadiums.
I totally agree. If for people that are all up in arms, and I saw a few folks giving Churio a lot of grief for hitting left-handed, get over it, man. Like at that point you're not disrespecting the game. You're playing the game, and you're trying to have some fun. If it's a route, you don't want to sit there and add on and pour it on. I didn't have a problem with it. I don't know how you felt about it, if you saw it. But
I loved it.
I didn't
thought it was
think
great.
It was a big deal.
Are they disrespecting the game by having a position player pitch?
No, they're saving their bullpen.
Right.
Doubleheader. It's a 5-game series.
Right.
It is what it is.
So you're batting against a position player who's throwing beer league softball pitches up there.
36 miles an hour on a fastball, or whatever you would call a 36-mile-an-hour pitch.
Like, I'm not sure I understand the fun police. I thought it was fine, and by the way, it's not like he swung and missed and corkscrewed himself into the ground. He hit the ball really hard. For not hitting with the way he normally hits. My point with Homer yesterday, and I don't know what got clipped and what you saw, but is that I think there's people that just so strongly dislike him that they think he cares more about his eyebrows than they think he cares about winning, and he's not competitive enough, and the stuff we were talking about earlier about trying to keep everyone happy.
Did eyebrows come up?
They did.
You brought it up, did you?
I did.
Oh, all right. Okay. Continue.
So, I mean, do I think that there's a large population of people that think he doesn't care enough about winning? No, but they are there, and I think it speaks to the level of frustration that section of the fan base feels about a coach who has won a lot of football games but hasn't gotten them to a Super Bowl, and we're kind of getting into that window where fan bases get restless without Super Bowl appearances, right? I mean, look, 96, 97, then you get back in 2010, so you're talking about a 13, 14-year gap, right, between titles anyway, and now we're into year 16 since they went to the Super Bowl in your last season. You've been retired a long time now. Like, that's a long time, and the natives are restless, and I get it.
They are.
And yes, but the idea that they care more than LaFleur does, or that LaFleur isn't, like, I don't know if you want him to walk around. This all got started with this idea that, compartmentalizing the disappointment of the way the season went last season. Like, this idea that, oh, he's not walking around muttering to himself, I can't believe we blew a 21-3 halftime lead. I can't believe we gave up 25 points in the fourth quarter. Like, there's no point in that sticking with you forever. You learn your lessons from it, and then you move on, and you do something about it. And he's trying to do that. But, like, this idea that you have to keep beating yourself up over the way you lost that playoff game, I just don't agree with it. You learn from it and you move on. There's nothing you can do about it now. It's over. And, yeah, it sucked. I get it. But, like, I think Matt LaFleur's job is not to live in the past. It's to figure out how to be better in the future.
I'm going to tell you this, too. For people that don't think that sticks with you, that loss, regardless of what he does the rest of his career, will stick with him.
Right.
Always. And I'm certain everything he's doing work-wise is to rid the thoughts of that game.
And you say that speaking from experience, having.
No, I'm just telling you, you know this. Losses always stick harder with players, coaches.
Mm-hmm.
They will always remember it. And I think even the great victories that you have, they do lessen that blow, and it dulls the reminder of bad losses. But that's part of the deal. That's what you sign up for. And coaches, it is their job to move forward, find out ways, use that experience to not let that happen again. But the bottom line on the whole thing is those things stick with you forever. It's just a matter of if you can move on. Like, look at the San Antonio Spurs. I think one of the great resilient stories we've ever seen, because most teams at that age would have been gutted by Ray Allen drilling that three when they had all that stuff. They had the velvet ropes out, the trophy out, the ice on the champagne, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They get their guts and heart ripped out, and they end up coming back. And I bet if you ask Tim Duncan, and if you ask Manu, they would still say, yeah, that was a great championship, and we love the fact that we bounced back, but we should have had another one. That one was pulled from us. But that group was able to show the resiliency to do it, and that, I believe, is the hardest thing in sports.
We'll get to the 11 o'clock hour coming up after I remind you that you don't have to jump on a plane or board a cruise ship to feel like you've escaped. Your next getaway is waiting for you in Milwaukee at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. You can stay in the biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee. There's nearly 500 of them. They're beautifully designed. There's luxury suites. They're perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And you're just steps away from all the fun stuff happening inside. And if you're hungry, and you better be hungry because there's lots of options. Dream Dance Steakhouse, The Marketplace, Rockin' Brews, Canal Street Cafe, Ruyi Asian Kitchen, Cream City Coffee Company. They all have food and drink specials, and they're happening all the time. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, their event spaces are built to make it unforgettable. Sophisticated relaxation, incredible flavor, and a full night out all in one place at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and if you know me, you know I love Wisconsin. That's why I'm a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or with the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
ESPN fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Whether you're putting in long days on the job, coaching the kids, spending weekends on the golf course, or just trying to stay active, your body takes on a lot. And if back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica have become a part of your routine, Jens Family Chiropractic believes it's worth finding out why. Their focus is identifying the cause of the problem, not just covering up symptoms. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
I'm with Eric, Director of Research for Good Karma Brands. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Eric, what does partner mean to you?
Partner isn't just out for them. The partner cares about how we solve our problems, and it can be a mutually beneficial relationship from there on.
And I understand throughout the more than 15-year partnership between Good Karma Brands and James Imaging Systems, you have shared many core values.
Absolutely. Work hard, be honest, over-deliver, follow through, listen, teamwork.
Eric, summarize your overall business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems for me.
Outstanding. As we've grown tremendously and you guys have still been able to meet our needs each step of our growth, that's huge.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wilde and Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law offices, One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, which will include trivia and the return of Whoa Nelly, as opposed to Whoa Rye Guy, Whoa Riley, Whoa Wooly, and Whoa Win.
I like
Wowen.
Wowen was good.
That was very popular yesterday. But before we can do that, Rob Demovsky joins us? Is that right? No. Sort of. Right, Jesse?
Rob Demovsky said something interesting over at ESPN.com and in our ESPN app notifications. I saw this video. I thought it was a compelling jumping off point for us to have a little discussion about the Green Bay Packers a few weeks out from training camp. So here is 45 seconds of Bold Bob talking about players. Well, actually, we should guess this before I play it. The premise of the article, or the video, is...
This is kind of going like that Evan Cohen joining the Barry
No,
Alvarez.
it's going much better. It's going much better.
What the hell are you talking about right now?
So
I don't have a clue what you're even talking about.
Neither does he.
Rob Demovsky coming on the show? What are we doing here?
Rob Demovsky is not coming on the show. Rob Demovsky
In spirit.
recorded a video that's up at ESPN.com. Who are the two players that the Packers need more out of in 2026?
There's lots of players. There's not just two. We just have to guess the two that he guessed.
You got to pick two. Who are your two? And then we'll
pick 20-ish. Can I go with 20-ish type of players?
The fun thing about two is that you get one on offense, one on defense, and you got to narrow it down and you got to choose. There's a lot of guys that we all would say that you need more out of in 2026, but you got to pick two.
This is easy for me. All right, I am going to pick my two. I'm going to go Lucas Van Ness and Jordan Morgan are my two.
I'm going to guess. Are we picking our own, or are we trying to guess what Rob guessed?
You guys are different. I need a vacation.
Should have been here yesterday.
Pick your two that you think the Packers need more out of, and then I will unveil who Rob says, and we'll compare and contrast.
Matthew Golden and Javon Bullard.
All right. Here is Rob Demovsky.
Here are two players, one on each side of the ball, that the Packers could use more from this season. First is receiver Matthew Golden. He was their first-round pick last year, and he made a minimal impact as a rookie, in part because there were so many receivers that needed the ball that he just didn't get that many targets. Until the playoff game, that is, when Golden showed what he could do when given the ball. On defense, it's fourth-round pick Barron Sorrell. Packers are going to need pass rush from somewhere after losing Rashawn Gary and Kingsley Enagbari this offseason, and while waiting for Micah Parsons, who's expected to miss the start of the season. And Sorrell has shown improved pass rush moves throughout this offseason.
There you go.
You and Rob, couple of brothers just knowing their business, man. I got one mind.
I said Javon Bullard.
Got one. No, you said Matthew Golden. I think to our point when Jesse so brilliantly set this up that we had no clue what the hell he was talking about, there's a lot of guys that the Green Bay Packers need more of. I don't know, like, how many guys could you say, and I know the old saying, if you're not growing, you're dying, and if you're staying the same, you can't stay the same.
If you're not growing, you're dying?
Yeah. In the professional world? Yeah.
Plants?
Hey, let me ask you, how many businesses don't grow that succeed over a 20-year period of time? You guys tell me the answer. We'll just stay flat, or if we lose a little bit, no big deal. When that keeps happening, athletics, if you aren't growing,
I think the phrase the phrase you were looking for was adapt or die?
No.
If you're not growing,
no,
you're
not
dying.
Saying.
You're either getting better or getting worse.
No,
get
I said,
busy
if
living
you ain't
or
growing,
get
you're
busy
dying. If you ain't growing, you're dying. Ask anybody that owns a business.
All right, I'm going to look
How
this
is it
up.
if you stay flat for 10 years? Have all the costs of your work stayed flat? Has the price of inflation stayed flat? No, if you're not growing, you're dying. And it's no more than athletics. If you ain't getting better, it's over. Somebody younger and cheaper is going to replace you, period. So from a Packers standpoint, I have a hard time with Rob. Rob could say Sorrell. I don't know how much is expected. He had a good game in a Bishop's charity game. Everybody thinks Lucas Van Ness, we need a hell of a lot more out of Lucas Van Ness than we do Sorrell. Sorrell's a 4th-round pick. Van Ness going into an option year. He needs to be a dog. He's a top 15 pick. What are we doing here, Robbie? Matthew Golden, I can't argue that. No doubt about it. But Jordan Morgan, you don't think we need more out of Jordan Morgan? He's going to be your starting left tackle, bruh. And he's got to play great. The O-line needs to be markedly better. And, oh, boy, 77's going to be the guy that everybody's looking at. So Rob had a tough job here. There is numerous players that the Green Bay Packers need more of.
Agreed.
We need more out of. And I think all of these guys are on that list. But man, I put my top 2 against anybody, and I'm going to win the debate.
Yeah, no.
Let's debate it.
No, because the 2 guys that you mentioned are both very much deserving of being on that list. But I think the point you're making is the more important one, which is if they're going to be the team that they think they are capable of being, there's a hell of a lot of people that have to do that. And not only are your 2 and my 2 on that list, but they need more consistently from Devontae Wyatt if he stays healthy. They need more from certainly their corners who have been inconsistent. How about a guy like Edgerrin Cooper, who had some great moments as a rookie, but was not nearly as impactful by his own admission last season? They need a lot more from him. He needs to be special. And I like my picks, too, as much as you like yours. They're going to give Matthew Golden every opportunity to be an extremely productive player. He has to take advantage of that. And I still think Javon Bullard is going to be the breakout player on their defense. According to what I found here, William S. Burroughs, the original quote is, "When you stop growing, you start dying."
That's
so
basically what I said. Did I not? Is that not basically what I said?
It is.
Made it a little more concise.
Well, I know that's not good for this show.
Tausch is going to tell us about MoMA after you tell us what caller you'd like for trivia, Jesse.
It's Wisconsin Geography Wednesday. You know it's going to be an up north theme, given our conversation from before I went on vacation.
Did Up North Joe do them?
He did not. No, I didn't see Up North Joe this week. They didn't make it up this week. Caller 20. This is going to be a popular one. Caller 20.
All right, caller 20 for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 20 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about MoMA.
Well, if you've been putting up with pain in your knee, shoulder, back, neck, really any joint or muscle pain, I was like this, man. I'll tough it out. Believe me, I've played ball for a long time. I've had to deal with a lot of stuff. Deal with the aches and pains. You don't always have to just fight through stuff. I needed some help, and I decided to partner with MoMA, Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance. And again, told you this earlier, I like being able to go into a spot, park my car, go get my treatment, and get out the door. That's what they allow you to do. And whether you need care, go into ortho lasers. It's been getting some blood flow. I have never felt better this year than I do after my time over at Ortho Laser. MoMA can get you back to what you're doing, and you can do it without the pain that you have. I recommend seeing their team, checking out what you need, and they're going to help you take care of it. Call or walk in today.
Trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Students learn best when they can put their knowledge into action. JA's Stock Market Challenge teaches high school students how to analyze stocks and how current events impact value. Thanks to RSM, our partner that makes this program possible. It's just one of many ways JA brings learning to life. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
At Associated Bank, we know it's not always fun thinking about saving. You know what is fun? Not thinking about it. That's why we call it automated savings. You save automatically. How much you want, how often you want, for whatever you want. And if you don't know how much to save, well, that's why we're here. We'll suggest an amount so you hit your target without ever thinking about it. See, saving can be fun, especially when it's automatic. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ready for a weekend you won't forget? Get to the Brewers series against the Rockies Friday, July 24th through Sunday the 26th. There's a game for every fan. See a Brewers postgame Alumni Legends game on Friday. Then collect a Brewers Guess Who giveaway Saturday night, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Looking for an unbeatable family day? Join the crew Sunday when the first 5,000 kids get a local artist t-shirt giveaway designed by Unfinished Legacy. Get tickets at brewers.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
As promised, time now for trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Cool down with the summer shake from Cousin Subs. Enjoy 4 delicious flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and mint. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. And by Vortex Golf. Trivia winners this week receive a hat, ball marker, sticker, and a blade rangefinder courtesy of Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
Let's welcome in our just a happy anniversary on the one call that's all celebratory messages. And now he's playing trivia. It's been a while. Levi, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. How's it going today?
I don't know how you can't be in a good mood when you hear from Levi. All right, Levi, I hope that you are feeling good after we're done playing.
Hey, have we rectified this whole deal? Because Jesse besmirched Levi back in the day. Have we finally gotten to terms that Levi didn't steal Jesse's mouse? Or do we think that he did? Have we gotten... You're Mr. Law and Order, J-Dog. What's the final verdict on this?
Maybe you missed that show like I missed the show where we learned that Jana was getting married. I feel like we've made this a shtick, and everyone knows as Levi came on the program and defended his honor in the immediate aftermath, he was very clear that he did not steal it. Yeah.
You know, I know he defended himself, but, I mean, every defendant defends themselves. What was the verdict?
Yeah, I look, Jesse's the one who levied the accusation. I have not.
You're the judge.
Much like the Josh
Wapner.
Jacobs. Much like the Josh Jacobs situation, we're still collecting evidence.
Oh,
really?
Whoa.
Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that this case was ongoing. Okay, I thought it was. I thought it was ruled. I thought it was done.
So watch yourself, Levi. All right, Levi, question 1 is this.
Haven't paid enough attention to the sports information director, Tim, at Stevens Point. I might have to shift the investigation more that direction.
Oh, you think the SID stole your mouse?
Well, you sure accuse a lot of people.
Well, if it wasn't Levi, I still don't have it before this case goes totally cold. Might as well.
Looks like We Act Wednesdays are a dead deal. Looks like We Act Wednesdays are over.
I have an idea.
All right.
All right, what's
I
the
have
idea?
an idea, guys.
Okay.
Because this story is getting old about the mouse situation.
not old.
I think I would like to give Jesse a new mouse probably if I ever visit Madison again. I don't know. So we
No,
can get
you
this
definitely don't have to do
moved
that.
on.
You stop that, Levi.
No, stop what you're doing.
He's not talking about a computer. He's going to give him a pet mouse. Go with that pet turtle.
What about a fake mouse?
Turtle graveyard in the back.
By the way, I was talking to my mom about this too. Maybe we could have given Jesse a fake rubber mouse, but that would have gave it away. So that was a little spoiler. Just a joke. Would she, Jesse?
Becca would love a real
she'd
mouse.
actually really appreciate it. You know, she'd go buy one at a garage sale for $30.
All right. All right, Jason, I'm ready. Please read the questions. Let's longitudinally stuff.
Come on, Wilde, let's go.
Levi, question number 1 is this. Which of these Wisconsin highway... I'm sorry. I'm going to start now.
False start.
Prior to snap, false start on Jason Wilde, 5-yard penalty. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
Wilde, 5 yards, baby. Hey, where's our telestrator? Oh, boy, it was 5 yards there, Jell.
Yeah, where is it?
Levi, this job is hard enough. Question 1.
I believe you, Jason. I believe you, man.
Yeah,
I
okay.
know. You've been
Here we
doing it
go.
for so many years.
Levi, question 1 is this. Thank you. Which of these Wisconsin highways, sharing a number with Packers safety Xavier McKinney, is often viewed as the dividing line of up north, extending across the state from Green Bay to River Falls? Is it Highway 29, Highway 33, or Highway 85?
Well, yesterday I was up in Wausau to visit my mom yesterday because she had hip surgery. She's doing pretty well. Just want to bring that up, too. But the correct answer is Highway 29.
Well, get well soon, Levi's mom, and that is the correct answer. That is 1 for 1 for you, Levi. Question number 2 is this. Latitudinally. Which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest north? Farthest north. And if you're smart, you will spot the ulterior motives that are at play here. Latitudinally, which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest north? Is it Shawano, Peshtigo, or Crivets?
Ooh, that's a really, really good question. I know Shawano is a little north of me, or should I say northeast. Peshtigo, I think it... Okay, I'll be quick because I know you got clock management. I'm going to guess Shawano. That's just a guess. Final answer, please. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. That's all right.
Very adamant about Crivets being up north. So there were some... They were subtle, but yes, Crivets is the correct answer. All right, Levi, let's bounce back with question number 3.
Jesse, did you pull off to the side of the road to take that picture?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I think we're finding out more and more what you do.
Hey, I could see that on YouTube. That looks pretty cool, Jesse. Nice job on that, my
Jason,
friend.
Levi?
Jason, that's a nice job by
But
you.
I'm not looking at the chat for answers. I don't want cheating here. No way, Jose.
Yeah.
I'm just being...
Maybe
I'm
we
just
could get
looking up my
Levi on
apartment
video next
ceiling.
time he's the caller for trivia. I think that would be an added bonus. Since he's on the YouTube
Hey, that's
anyway.
not a bad idea.
Thank you. I'm an
That's
idea
a great
guy.
idea,
Yeah.
Jason. It's
All
a
right,
really good
Levi,
idea.
can we get to question 3, though?
Yes, sir. Let's
right.
go, because
Thank
we're
you very
going for a
much.
touchdown.
All right, here we go. Question 3. Which of these up north Wisconsin cities is located closest to the border of Michigan's Upper Peninsula?
What a youper.
Right?
All right. Which one of these is located closest to the border of Michigan's Upper Peninsula? Is it Phelps, Saint Germain, or Three Lakes? Phelps, Saint Germain, or Three Lakes?
Ooh. Oh, Jesse, my boy. I should know this. It's one of the last two, but I have to guess quick. These are great questions, by the way. People should know that Jesse always does make good questions on his best to be good, even though they always criticize him all the time. But anyway, I'm going to say Saint Germain as a guess. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong.
You got it wrong.
I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I think you got it wrong.
I know I did. I know
I'm
I got
gonna
it
say
wrong.
Three
so I'm
Lakes.
not complaining.
I'm
here
going to
for
guess
fun.
3 Lakes.
You got it wrong, too.
I got it wrong. What's the other? I don't even know what
The correct answer is Phelps. Phelps.
Phelps.
Oh, yeah, I think I know where that is. It's somewhere northwest or something. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Jesse. You could...
Well, if you're right, you're right. It is the one of those 3 cities closest to the Upper Peninsula border of Minnesota or of Michigan. All right. I know, Levi, that this has been very entertaining. Unfortunately for you, it was not more productive. You got the first question right, so you only have 2 entries. But hey, upsets happen all the time. We wish you luck on Friday's drawing. If remembers to pull the winner, we'll find out together on Friday. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, too. And, hey, I'm just here to do fun with this. And, Jesse, I'm going to tease you guys out again. Coming up next on Wilde and Tausch, it is Whoa, Nelly. It's next. It's Wilde and Tausch. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Still have a read to do at the end here, I think. So I don't know if we can
No, actually don't. It's presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf.
Dang it, I messed up Levi's
You
tease.
stopped on Levi's
Let
tease.
Levi live, man. Let Levi live?
As Levi said, Whoa Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I started our landscaping company, Brett Ochtenhagen's Seasonal Services, in 1994. We have other businesses, a trucking company, investment properties, and we board and raise quarter horses. I met Chris from Horicon Bank over 20 years ago, and we really hit it off. A few years back, we made our largest capital commitment ever. Chris understood our vision, supported it, and 5 years later, our annual equipment maintenance costs are down, and our fleet is amazing. Chris and Horicon Bank helped make that happen.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems, installation of new or old hoops, and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
Everybody around the NBA knew you had to trade Jaylen Brown because in the coming weeks, he was eligible for a 2-year, $145 million extension that you weren't going to give him. Everybody knew that that was your shot clock, and they knew that it would be an untenable situation if you held on to him. The value would continue to plummet, because it will become increasingly clear that you don't want him around. The minute he becomes eligible for that extension and you don't give it to him, that is a distressed asset. And all of a sudden, and the Boston Celtics say, yeah, we wanted optionality. No. That is the default. That is the silver lining in what otherwise is one of the most infamous trades that we've seen this decade in the association.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion this Wednesday at State Fair Park. Be there this week as Rebel Grace delivers the best concert experience. Enjoy live music starting at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Rebel Grace.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local Fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855-PELLA-WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
As Levi told us was the case, time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
On Wilde and Tausch.
So by no means do I consider myself to be a blue-collar handyman.
I got news for you. No one else thinks you that either.
Nor should they. One of the few things I think I've been well trained for in my life is mowing the lawn and then taking stuff to the dump. Oh my God. Ever since I was a kid, I'd go to the dump with my dad on Fridays during the summer, and when I was young, I'd sit in the back seat and watch The Price is Right in our conversion van, and then as I got older, I'd help him more and more and more. It became a good lane that I lived in, and I understood how you go to the dump, and you give your ID, and you go, oh, here's where the grass goes, here's where the wood goes, and so forth. And I've been great at mowing our lawn since we moved into our house, thanks to Stacy Bruner and the great team at Bruner Realty a couple of years ago. I've been really good at all this stuff.
Hi, Rick.
Yep. Then today, I experienced what was probably the most overwhelming thing of my entire life.
Pommy.
The Dane County landfill. So this thing it's on like Highway 1218, like in kind of the corner over there. The Ho Chunk Gaming Madison is across the street. Yahara Hills Golf Club. And then across the street is the landfill. And I'd never been there before. Their hours are 6:30 to 3:15, which are bizarre hours, but I thought, well, all right, Becca's up north. I can do something, a little bit of a surprise here and clean up some of the yard. We had some leftover, like, large chunks of wood from this play set we tore down last summer. We had a couple other things just laying around that accumulated over time. I thought, like...
What do you mean? This place that you tore down?
A play set.
What the hell are you talking
We had a play set.
Oh, a play set. I thought you had like a...
No.
Like a casietta that you had your neighbors stay at.
No.
You're
like
I tore that down.
Like a treehouse in the backyard. It was, a little...
Why would you tear like that? Something like that?
Why would you tear a tree? Why don't you build it back up?
It was getting a little rotted, and it was time for it to go. And then we had some things we even inherited from the previous owners, like extra pieces of fence and whatnot that were sitting in our garage. I was like, you know what? This is a perfect time. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to drive this over to the Dane County landfill and drop it off. So I drive over there this morning. It opens at 6:30. I thought I'll get there 6:35, give them a minute or two to open up. We'll be in good shape. Drive right in. There's a line up the frontage road out the gate where this thing is with trailers and garbage trucks and pickup trucks, and it looks like the standstill on this frontage road.
It would have been better if it was the line for that Superman movie. That would have been, there was nobody in there. You'd have been fine.
So I get in line. You're sitting in line for like 20 minutes listening to Unsportsmanlike. It's like after 7 o'clock, I finally like, oh boy, I get to like go into the main area where I'm about to get on the ride. And then you get in there, and there's this scale that some of the vehicles are driving onto, but not everybody. And there's like signed terribly. No idea where I'm supposed to go or do anything. It's a madhouse with cars all cockeyed, all different ways, blocking each other, trying to get to these different bins. So I drive up onto this scale. Nothing happens. I'm like, all right, I must be good. So I drive forward, and I drive around a little bit, find where I got to go, get out. I'm trying to stay away from everybody, throw everything into this big pile where all the recyclable wood goes and everything. And then as I'm driving out, getting ready to leave, I'm like, thank God that's over. Well, not so fast. Suddenly, this very scary-looking guy in a yellow jacket comes walking over. It indicates to roll my window down. He goes, "Did you get in here without a ticket to dump?" And I said,
I've got a ticket to dump.
I don't know what that means. And he said, you didn't go on the scale before you came in. I said, no, I thought I did. I don't understand how this works here. It's my first time. He said, all right, come on over here.
First time dumper.
Come on over here.
Time garbage guy.
Tells me to go park and calls me into the office. I had to get out of the car and go into the office.
You get called into the principal garbage man's office.
I went to dump jail. He took me into dump jail, and he held me there until I paid my ticket of whatever it was to go in there and dump anything, which I thought it was like a free public service that you just had to be a resident of Dane County. No, that's not the case. You have to weigh your vehicle on the way in and then weigh your vehicle on the way out. Whatever the difference is how much you pay to do this.
Oh, dear.
And then he asked me, what did I dump? And I panicked, and I said shingles. I didn't even have shingles. I don't know why I said shingles. I was just so intimidated by the entire situation. And then he goes, well, that's not where the shingles go. I'm like, I couldn't even find the courage to tell him I lied about shingles. I didn't even have those. I didn't know what to do.
No, I have shingles. You better stay away from me.
I left there this
They're
morning.
highly contagious.
A lot of
Step
times in life, I think, like, that didn't go well, but I'd love another chance at. I never want to go back to the Dane County landfill. That was an absolute madhouse and a disaster. And it was intimidating and overwhelming and scary. And I went to dump jail.
I got to be honest.
I don't go to the dump. So I didn't know. We used to back in the old days, back on our farm, we took stuff to the dump. And I certainly, it was nothing as complicated as that. That I know. Well, Dane County, you know how Dane County's going to find its way now. They're going to find its way.
Like, we used to drive in, and we'd have the grass in the back. Sometimes there was a trailer, and, like, the lady would be sitting in the little shack. And would say, hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, what do you got here today? Oh, grass and leaves and okay, you know where that goes, right? Yeah, and that was it.
So our Jesse, since now you're the expert of going to the dump, I have the deck of
Can you take stuff out of the dump then too? Like if you saw some shingles in this dump that you liked, could you grab them and put them in the back of your car?
Well, I didn't even have the heart. I had a tire swing, but I couldn't get the chain off of it. And I put the tire on the other tires with the chain. That's probably a fine of some kind.
Are you at all concerned that you're acknowledging all this publicly, and maybe the folks that run the dump are listening to the program?
I mean, I didn't check in, so they don't know where to find me. So,
they'll get your license.
So looking for your shingles that you dumped in the wrong place.
This all happened before 7:15 in the morning. It was a terrible way to start the day. 6:30 to 3:15 are your hours? Like, we can't do like 6 p.m.? We can't stay open?
I'm just curious, Jesse. So let's say you dumped 10 pounds of whatever you dumped. Grass clippings and sounds like fence post. But you grab 20 pounds of shingles. They pay you for taking?
I don't think that it is a two-way operation. I don't think they allow you.
You don't know, though.
To come, right?
You don't know.
It's not the dump and go. Like you can't take.
You
stuff
don't know
from
that,
the
Jason. You don't know.
Once it's dumped, it's dumped.
There are plenty of TV shows that have shown you can take stuff out of the dump.
That's a junkyard. This is the dump.
Everyone else.
I don't know if any of what you guys are saying is accurate. Let's get a dump. Somebody with dump experience, give us a
scary guy in the yellow vest.
We need a dump expert.
He was scary.
I want someone that is a dump expert that can explain and answer our questions. And usually when we put a heat out for people, we have somebody that can call. Sometimes it's Scuba Chad, and you don't know what the hell he's talking about. And other times it's experts. I'm banking we have an expert out there.
I can't believe you think that you could go in to drop off your play set that you disassembled.
I'm surprised.
Disassembled.
I'm surprised Jesse's car isn't compacted, and he had to take an Uber from the dump.
I mean, the other
because his car got.
I took.
Here's $2,500 for aluminum.
I took Becca's car, which is like a mid-size SUV, and everyone else has these giant pickup trucks and trailers, and they've got all this stuff.
You got car shade.
I felt like I was by far the smallest car by a lot in this land of 5,000 huge beasts dropping things off, and it's like everybody knew
Minnesota,
what was going on.
the land
but me.
of 10,000 lakes. Wisconsin, the land of 100 dumps. That's going to be your new deal. That was entertaining.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm fairly certain you could take stuff from the dump.
All right, we will call scary guy in the yellow vest and see what he can inform us.
Guy had
about.
to have a cigarette in his mouth, right? Like if you're working the dump at 7:15 in the morning and you're pulling over little Jesse Nelson, he had to have a cigarette.
He looked like his name might have been Ron or like something strong like that.
Like Ron and the Key?
I was scared of him. Yeah. Bald, kind of slim, like
slender.
He knew what was going on.
Slender
there.
man.
He was large and in charge, and I was intimidated.
Okay, I don't know if we even have time for the clip of the day anymore. If we do, we will play it next. I will remind you again: if you've been to the dump and somehow got injured while you were there, the call you need to make is to Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Maybe you were taking shingles you weren't supposed to take, and you cut your hand. Whatever your injury might be.
Jesse didn't bring this up in the beginning of the show. I'm irritated with Jesse. This is gold. Like one man's treasure is another man's dump. This was a treasure.
414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. All the antics.
We had the same situation when I played with Holmgren.
You okay?
I almost broke my chair.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair there.
All the action.
Micah Parsons is healthy, and if Tucker Kraft is healthy, the Packers are in that Super Bowl. I think that they would have run through the NFC. I think they beat Seattle. I think that they are the NFC representative in that game.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The first thing I thought about is, what am I going to do?
Peggy and Willie were injured when a driver ran a stop sign.
I was injured pretty bad, and they reached out to me and made sure that I got the medical attention that I needed to make that recovery. One call, that was all, and everything went well.
Here for you 24/7. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Paul Hansen here, founder of Iron Jock. Worried about the heat this summer? Don't sweat it. Our gear is made for real life. Iron Jock apparel combines moisture wicking with superior cooling and advanced odor-fighting silver ion technology that eliminates 99.9% of odor causing bacteria, so you are fresh for whatever's next. Our focus is simple. Make apparel that performs hard no matter where you are or what you are doing. Visit us at ironjock.com to experience the difference.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Best time of the year, it's patio season. Hey, it's Alex Strofe, and no better place to soak in patio season than Veer North on Milwaukee's East Side. Veer North brings the energy with a spacious patio, elevated food, and craft cocktails perfect for summer nights. Headed to a game? Start here and hop on the shuttle straight to the ballpark. Same goes for Summerfest and all your favorite festivals, pregame, postgame, or stay for the whole night. Live music, great vibes, and a menu that goes way beyond the basics. Veer North is not your average sports bar. Veer North, Milwaukee's go-to for summer fun.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.